So let's just start at the beginning. What inspired you to start Green Vegan Bags? And how did your background in retail and e-commerce influence the creation of this brand? Because you didn't start from zero, like you knew what you were doing.
Well, that's yes, and that's part of the reason that I chose, to create this company as opposed to say a restaurant or something that I know nothing about because I have a higher chance of, getting across my message to everybody if I know what I'm doing already. So, I worked in e-commerce for a long time and I wanted it to be more than a business. I felt like starting my own business would be the next step, but I really wanted it to be something that I was passionate about and something that would make the world a better place. And so I guess I kind of had this realization. It was with my dog because I had gotten a dog and I needed a new bag to carry around with treats and everything for the dog. At this point in my life, I had pretty much just given up on handbags. It was just such a hassle to shop them that I just was using my kid's book bag. But then that was also not convenient when you're taking a dog, around on a walk. So I started looking for a bag and I just ran into the same problems I've been running into for years. So that was where I was like, oh, and I put two and two together and was like, that's what I need to do.
You're like, I need a bag, so I know other people also need
Yes.
bags.
Yes, basically like because the trouble is like everything that I would come across was either really cheap garbage plastic or really really out of reach. It might be really nice, but I just can't drop, 500 to $1,000 on a handbag, especially to walk my dog. So the other problem is that you go from site to site to site and it's like you get one thing here and then you're just circling around sites and you don't even remember what you saw first and you can't compare and there's this material and that material, but they're all spread out. There's no just one place to just go and say, oh, look, I have all these different types of bags and all I have to do is choose one. The work's already been done. I don't have to like spend hours and hours looking online. So that was how I came up with the idea.
That is very true. I sometimes feel like the online shopping experience is just overwhelming. Like there's just too many choices and you're like, I just want to go to one central area and be able to buy what I need and kind of move on with my day. And the
Right.
other the other thing I'll add to that real quickly is a pet peeve of mine is when I'm looking at a product and it looks like, oh, okay, this is like a vegan product. This is great. And then I'll read the details and they'll be like, oh, leather accents. And I'm finding this with like running shoes suddenly. They'll make the logo in leather. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, I won't buy the shoe now. So
This is
weird,
really
right?
cheaper. And they don't label things either. If you go in person shopping, the labels are not always there. They don't always tell you it's leather. It might not even look like leather because maybe it's cheap leather, but they don't tell you it's leather. So it just it becomes a big hassle. And the other thing is too when you're buying products that are leather, like you don't know what you're getting either. Not that it matters for me because I'm vegan, but a lot of people don't realize that is not just cows you're buying. You're buying stingrays, bobcats, kangaroos. You just don't know. And there's just no transparency there. So even on the little accent, you don't know what that accent is either. So the whole process is just extremely frustrating.
It is. And that's the thing too. There's no transparency. You don't know what you're buying. And some people are like, well, I'll buy this, but not that. And it's like, you don't know what you're getting. You have absolutely no idea.